You know who it's been a real long time since we last saw? Uncle Iroh. And we're finally getting to check in on him at the prison. He's being taunted by Warden Poon, who apparently has nothing better to do than to just sit outside Iroh's cell, filing his nails and being rude. A guard named Ming comes in with Iroh's food, and it's clear from the start that she's sympathetic to Iroh and is showing him kindness. And if Ming's voice sounds familiar, it's because she's played by none other than tennis superstar Serena Williams.
The GOAT.
Serena.
The
Come
GOAT.
on.
The GOAT.
Huge fan
Greatest
of the
all time.
Avatar-verse. Huge fan of the Avatar-verse. Inspired by it. Loved it. Ended up doing
crazy.
the show. How about that?
Love
So
it.
wild.
Love it. Listen, Serena, I'm a pretty big fan of her tennis, but I'm an even bigger fan of how she's a for real legit nerd. She loves her fandoms. She loves that stuff.
Agreed.
So,
It's amazing.
so happy to hear her
And she's a
in
member
this.
of the Fire Nation.
Now that
she's
we're
a member
back-
of Fire Nation.
Claim it, Dante. Claim it. That's fine.
I'm
That's
claiming
fine.
it.
You got
I'm
the
claiming
GOAT,
it.
Serena.
Fire Nation,
That's
Serena.
great.
Never forget.
Okay.
Never forget.
Never forget. So then now we're back with the Water Tribe soldiers and allies. A very nervous Sokka addresses the crowd to go over the plan. Well, more than just the plan, since he starts to tell the entire story of the series until Hakoda takes over. We learn how the team plans to take advantage of the 8-minute eclipse to deal with the guards at the palace so that Aang can defeat the Fire Lord. Sounds like a great plan. Then we see everybody suit up for battle, which includes Appa in the armor that Sokka made for him. It is awesome. And then Aang shaves his head, joined by a koala sheep buddy for support.
I mean, who knew those koala sheep were just going to be such a huge part of the last couple of episodes? It's what helps Aang go to sleep. We got some little cuties just hanging out, giving a little for support. You know I'm on board for anything in the hybrid animal world. So inside the palace, we see Zuko take down his top knot. He removes his royal attire and he begins to write something. But what? But we don't know, because this is one of those little Avatar tricks where we immediately head back to Sokka, who is telling Aang how disappointed he is in himself for choking when he was supposed to be presenting his battle plan. But Aang reassures him.
Look, your moment of truth isn't going to be in front of some map. It's going to be out there on the battlefield.
You seem so confident about everything. How do you know we're gonna win?
Because I already failed the world once at Ba Sing Se. I won't let myself fail again.
Now the fleet heads towards the great gates of Azulon, masked by fog, but a flaming net rises up to stop them, and soldiers on some, frankly, very nifty jet skis are headed their way. They board one of the boats, and of course, we're all like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. They boarded the boat, but it seems deserted. And it is, because this was all part of the plan. The entire fleet is swimming under the nets in submarines. Yeah. Sokka and the Mechanist work together to create these subs, which are powered by waterbending. It is a total and complete success, if you don't count the part where Toph barfs. We know that Toph's very sensitive to certain non-Earth areas, and we can't blame her. They've made it under the net and towards the beaches, but they are going to have to surface before they hit land because there is a limited air supply in the subs. They did the best they could. That's a small price to pay for having your own custom subs. Meanwhile, Ming, aka Serena the Goat, brings Iroh his meal, and Iroh, very gently warns her that she should go home because she's not looking great, and she probably wink. I'm really glad he doesn't wink. That might be over the top. You might want to get out of here this afternoon. Warns her that she should go home and not be at the prison that afternoon. Very interesting. This is the part where we all stroke our beards thoughtfully. So she shouldn't be there, eh? Mm-hmm.
Can I say I love this part of the whole thing? This is, I mean, I when I'm watching it again, I was like, I can't believe this little afternoon cartoon has this real epic movie feeling. I love it when when the crew gets together and they start getting prepared to go into battle and they start, it's this epic. I mean, it's like watching Star Wars or something and you're going, how do they do this for kids in the afternoon on Nickelodeon? It literally had the same feeling, and also even an emotional feeling of like when Harry Potter with kids of war now going into war. It had this whole feeling.
Right.
These are war kids that we start the whole show off. These are kids that are burdened by being children of war now going into war. And it's crazy. It just had all this like really cinematic feelings in this little
Absolutely.
cartoon
Oh, yeah.
at whatever 3 p.m. in the afternoon, Nickelodeon. How is this possible? It's crazy.
So true. So true.
Okay, so we're back with Team Avatar. The gang gets ready to part ways. It's their last chance to talk before the fight really begins. And Aang and Katara find a quiet moment together.
Katara, you go first.
We've been through so many things together. And I've seen you grow up so much. You're not that little goofy kid I found in the iceberg anymore. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm really proud of you.
Everything is gonna be different after today, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What if I don't come back?
Aang, don't say that. Of course you'll...
Katara, what are you doing? It's time to submerge.
What? Right, I'm on it.
All right. All you Zutara shippers out there, I just want to check in and see if everyone's doing okay. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I mean, that's rough, buddy, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Rough, buddy.
Aang flies off and Sub's head down, and we go back to Zuko, who looks at a photo of him and May and apologizes to her. He leaves a scroll on his bed. It's a Dear John note, huh? Zuko's writing a Dear John note?
Maybe
now
not.
we're back up with Aang. Maybe not. I don't know. It's not feeling good, May. Sorry, gotta go. We're back up with Aang, who's taking advantage of the snack compartment of his glider. Finally, he gets it. Thank you, Mechanist. Anyway, the subs are being attacked by the chains that drag them up to the surface. That was pretty cool, too. You're like, how are they going to deal with it? I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
they're dragging him. Again, crazy cinematic stuff going on in this, quote unquote kids cartoon. What's going on? This is blowing my mind.
Love it.
And then, but Appa and Katara take care of that. The fleet uses ice-covered torpedoes to breach the next barrier. They're so close. They hit land, and now it's time for the Earth Kingdom tanks to go to work. The Earthbenders do some awesome work on the ground, and they really get to enjoy these caterpillar-like tanks. One of them manned by Teo, and they can climb around. They crush stuff. I mean, who wants to play with those things like toys? I'm like, all those things, the caterpillars, the even like the Fire Nation things that they're shooting the chains. It's like, where are these toys? I can't wait to play with these things.
Yeah.
It's almost as fun as the drill. It's almost as fun as the drill.
I know. I would choose the caterpillar. By the way, that caterpillar tank is designed. This is like based off a Leonardo da Vinci design, which I don't even know. Like, we don't have the time to go there, but check out the art book. But I think I would take the caterpillar tank over the drill. I know it's probably very controversial, but if I could pick a
can
toy,
we
I would
think
pick that one
remote
over
control
the
drill right now, where you can actually drill holes into your own ground in your neighbor's backyard?
No,
I
don't want to. I would
that's what I
rather.
wanna do.
I would rather crush than drill. That's what I'm finding out about myself.
Oh.
And then
I don't know if I have a preference,
know.
but I tell you what, if I had a neighbor kid who was drilling up my backyard and I went out there and I was like, hey, what the heck's going on? And the kid was like, we're playing Avatar. I'd be like, keep playing. You guys
As
are
you
good.
were.
You
Keep
do
playing.
your
As
thing.
you were.
As you were. Mess up my
As
yard.
you
That's
were.
awesome.
Totally.
Okay, now the Swamp Benders. We get to the Swamp Benders, and they're doing some pretty awesome damage to the Fire Nation tanks, including some fierce work by the Swamp Monster in the water. Nice work, Hugh. Nice
Yeah.
work. You forget how powerful Hugh is in that monster. And all this monster in the weeds or whatever, the seaweed he got going on in this place.
Yeah.
Now we got Komodo rhinos, we got fireballs, we got Team Avatar on Appa taking out battlements, but Hakoda gets hurt.
We need to get back to the troops.
You're hurt. Badly. You can't fight anymore.
Everyone's counting on me to lead this mission, Katara. I won't let them down.
Can't you heal him any faster?
I'm doing everything I can.
I'll do it.
Bend your ear for ad-free episodes with Avatar Braving the Elements Premium.
Subscribe today on Apple Podcasts.